Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is David Palmer, the Leo King, here for Deep Love Tarot, your weekly love horoscope and reading for the week of December the 14th through the 20th of 2020. Yes, I know. We all miss Craig. We all know that he is recovering and hopefully doing much better. I haven't talked to him today, so I feel kind of bad. Craigie, hope you're doing well, brother. Love you, miss you. And I know we all miss you out there. Couple announcements. Number one, if you missed Friday, I did this awesome video all about 2021 and about the eclipse we just had today and about this grand conjunction coming here a week from today. And it is 4 hours and 50 minutes long, and I cover everything, and I make all my predictions, and I make some pretty bold predictions. It's pretty extreme stuff. Make sure you go to highvibe.tv, click on the paid video section on the website. You can't purchase through the app the video because, number one, Apple doesn't let you do that, or Google. They want you to buy it through their own movies thing. So you have to go to the website, and then you can go to our free apps and watch it. So if you're not a subscriber to High Vibe, it doesn't matter. You can just buy the video and watch it through our apps, watch it through Apple TV, Roku, your iPhone, your Android, or you can watch it, of course, through the mobile web, or you can watch it through Chromecast, or you can watch it through the web itself. It's an awesome video. Make sure that you get it. Those that are in the chat, definitely put your reviews on there. It definitely got a lot of cool insight, and thank you all so much for the support for it. It was definitely a fun and amazing time for me, and I hope it was for you that watched live, but you can watch the recording of it because it's meant for that, for you to guide you and help yourself be aware of what's coming here in 2021. If you never watched the show before, this is where I'm going to go into your horoscope, but it's going to be through the tarot. But I do talk about the astrology here on the beginning when I do the collective reading. And then, of course, I'm going to pull the cards, and then I am going to pull from the High Vibe. Craig's not here to say the gold, but it is the High Vibe Gold Cup Chalice that I'm going to pick your individual sun signs for. We are in the chat with you. We are live on High Vibe right now, TV. Make sure you remember to that, too, so you can get my daily horoscopes, my weekly sun sign horoscopes, weekly intuitive, weekly tarot, and we have all the other exclusive shows on High Vibe with all the other awesome talent that are on High Vibe as well. A lot going on High Vibe, a lot going on just everywhere in the world, right? So it's definitely an intense time. I am now putting my own stuff into my own chat here. There we go. We got Maya behind the decks tonight, who is running the show for us. It's just going to be me, though, doing the tarot. So let's go into this collective. I'm going to give this a little astrology, and then I'm going to go right into the cards and pull and tell us what's going on with love. And I'm going to do things a little bit more wild tonight. We're going to get a little wild. So, do you have one for collective or no? All right, it doesn't matter. We'll just do the collective. So, solar eclipse here in Sagittarius. Oh my gosh, right? New stories that we need to create, right? It's a big purge, a south node eclipse, especially a total solar eclipse, and it's in trine to Mars. It's in square to Neptune. Whew, we got Venus on the last degree of Scorpio with Juno and sextile to Jupiter and Saturn, which are ending in Capricorn. I mean, this is the news stories in our life, and since this is a love show, Venus and Juno together? Oh, wow. Okay, Juno and Jupiter are in sextile. Those two are the ones that get married. And Venus is with Juno, and Venus is sextile Saturn. Wow, this is like during crazy times, new stories, and I hate to say it, but it's like, there's like a big choice here that you got to make. You're going to either end something or go forward with something and choose. And there's a lot about choosing in the stories. And yes, there's lots of different doorways in life. But I think with the North Node in Gemini and with a trine to Mars right now from this solar eclipse, right? We have Mercury also in its detriment, which is in Sag, opposing the North Node, which is ironic because the North Node is in Gemini. That dispositor there, it's like, we need to go, where is the facts and where is the stimulation and where does it just make logical sense? And then, or are we trying to hype up some story that doesn't make sense? Or isn't that stimulating or that not that exciting? We gotta pay attention to that. And with Mars here, Mars is in Aries. It rules the bow chicka wow. It's like, where's that? Is that fire or is that not? And with Neptune there, or is it just like slump fest? It's just like you're feeling like you're just in a really like lost mess. And it better feel like a magical story, because if it's not a magical story, it's definitely being revealed right now. And this solar eclipse definitely is a big one because it's right before Jupiter and Saturn move into Aquarius, which is pulling us into event horizon, into the unknown of the crazy world that is going to get crazier with the squares to Uranus and Taurus now. And that will make sure that when Saturn comes into Aquarius this week, guess what? That means the dispositor of Saturn is Uranus, and it's in Taurus, and it's in a fixed earth sign, and Uranus is the most unstable energy. So we are not on a, if you think reality is secure right now, so you want to have the right partnership with you. Jupiter and Juno are in sextile. Jupiter and Venus are in sextile. Saturn and Venus are in sextile at the beginning of this week, and then we go into crazy land. So you really want to like hunker down and figure out what the fuck's going on with relationships now. And Fauci says that you can go on Tinder and fuck, but you can't do anything else. So, hey, fuck it, right? I did a whole thing about it last night, and I did a thing on Instagram about it, you know. Fauci's like telling you to get down. So, you know, he's been saying that since April, and I had to remind people of that. And crazy times. All right, let's go into the cards. I'm going to go just be like picking different decks this time and be shuffling and then sometimes pull another card or whatever, but I'm going to do the same run that I always do. For the collective this week, well, we pulled the King of Swords reversed. All right, so I think that this whole entire energy of us continuingly... Do we have the camera to look at the cards? No, it's all good. With the King of Swords, you know, this is definitely reversed. This is us not really sure in the past, like where we've been going. And we have, there's a lot of unsurety. And you know what? It's our mind's unsurety. And if we're going to run our love lives by our mind's unsurety, we got to go by our heart, not our mind, you know? And I think that the mind's going to be our cock block this week or whatever you want to call it. But it also is like, what doesn't make sense to us might be because maybe there's some weird facts. Our challenge that we got here is the High Priestess. Wow. Why aren't we following our intuition? Why aren't we following our guides and what our guides are saying? I think that's so important right now because I feel like it's like maybe our mind is ruining the show, right? What does our gut say? Let's go with our gut, and our mind's getting extremely confused and is not confident. So we need to go with our gut, but somehow that's being a challenge. Well, we got the Nine of Cups up right. One of the graphs. Look at that. Woo! I guess Fauci, you did come through. So this is like that ultimate, you know, positive of all the experiences of emotion that you want to have in your life. And so I feel that, you know, this week definitely for love is going in a good direction. It better look like that, though. If it's not like that, I'm sorry to say you got to get the hell out of that thing because you don't want to go into this unstable world, and at least you want to have that. You don't want to have, you know, I don't even know what opposite of that would look like. I guess it would look like two people like staring at each other, wondering if they're going to play Monopoly or not. For our way to get through, I'm going to use Golden Tarot here. Let's see. Oh, we got the Four of Wands. Well, this is the marriage card. This also is the card of celebration. Where's something that feels like it's a celebration in our life? Our gut is trying to pull us towards that. It might seem crazy, though, because that King of Swords is there. I got a feeling, though, it's like, that's a little crazy. It's like, well, that's exactly the way it's going to be. Why are we getting that King of Swords in reversed? Oh, we got the Knight of Cups reversed. We are stuck emotionally, and we're so unsure to move into new emotional waters, and that's why we're confused. If we're going to just be afraid to move into new emotional waters and stay in that confusion, then I guess we're not going to follow our guides. We're not going to get really good love stories, and we're definitely not going to get that wow moment of life and relationships that we want in love. So this is you having to confront your fears emotionally and how you create your own weird firestorm of your head and keep doubting and getting into craziness there. When it comes to why we got that Nine of Cups, we got the Page of Wands reversed. Wow. I think we're done with, you know, whether we're telling ourselves that, you know, we can't, or that the fire, the flame's not there, or our emotions can't move, or, you know, if somebody's not showing up and speaking about wanting that with you, I mean, you're going to have to be clear on that and know that. But you still got to keep moving forward emotionally overall. So there's definitely going to be some breakups and some come-togethers here. It just depends on where you're on the fence. If you're in a stale situation, it's done. If you're in a fiery situation and it's hot, why are you afraid? And why are you afraid of the stale situations to face the stale situation and replace that with something better? Our overall that we got here, we got Ganesha with, oh, look at this. This is new beginnings. Holy shit. Wow. What else did we get here? Oh, we got the relief card. Relief into new beginnings. So it's going to bring us into some amazing new relief into our lives. Oh, there's that deck. I'm going to get, I just wanted to get a little astro into it. Virgo, we are analyzing a new reality of relief by starting new beginnings. So I would say new stories and new situations in all fronts, single or not single, are where you got to go in your life. And you got to not be afraid. This is going to be a crazy reality, and I'm just preparing people, especially because it's crazy eclipse times and all the times that we are in right now. Our astro dice that we pulled for the collective this week. Well, we got the moon in the second house, and we got it in Scorpio. Well, it's definitely a moon and Scorpio energy, right? Like, where are we all in emotionally, and are we getting the value out of it? Is it something that we're attracted to, something that we value, that we want very deeply, or not? You're going to have to ask yourself that. If you're not attracted and you're still emotionally hunkered down, or you're still emotionally connected and you can't let go, even though, like, so you're either the emotional hoarder and you're not attracted to it, or you're obsessed emotionally and you're attracted to it and it's a fucking hell. Yes, it's one or the other, and you got to figure out if you're stuck because you're stuck to something that you fucking aren't even into anymore, but for some reason you can't let go, or you're stuck because you're afraid of the most magical, intense, passionate fucking thing that you desire so much. Woo! Fun times. Tonight is going to be a fast show. All right. First sign that we're doing tonight. Let's see what's coming up here. What is the first sign that we've got tonight? Pisces. I hope you enjoy Saturn and Jupiter coming into your 12th house, Pisces. I know you feel lost as hell coming into this week. It's going to be like you're going to definitely need to relook at your whole entire spiritual life. Exciting. A little scary. We're going with a vampire deck, we're going with a zombie deck to help the Pisces out. That'll make them feel better, right? Judgment reversed. Uh-oh, a bomb dropped that's not dropping. So, I mean, don't be too harsh or judgmental on yourself about you realizing that you're off the mark. Maybe you're in a weird place with relationships, but I think that you're not showing up for the divine highest mission that you can in relationships. It's almost like you're fucking around with people who don't have a higher mission in life, or are judging you, or you're judging them. I would feel, we're going to get deeper into this, but I feel like you gotta reach higher now in your relationship life, and you can't settle for the crap, especially, you know, the Judgment card definitely is a spiritual card that goes, oh, we are going to reach this higher mission in life and rise up. So you're going to, but this reversal is saying it's almost like, I don't know, maybe you're like too satisfied and you think that you're already on a great mission. No, you're not. Your challenge card you got is the Star card reversed. Wow, you're afraid to start something new and fresh. It's like you're stuck in a place where you're not following the divine at all. Both these cards deal with the divine very intensely. They're both major arcana cards too. Why are you so afraid to start the new mission, the new energy, and the new, better energy in your life? It's almost like, I feel like you're getting out of toxic situations this week. And with toxic, let's see if I feel with, yeah, well, you got the Page of Wands as your overall. That's good, right? I mean, you're definitely, if you're able to finally admit to yourself that you're not in the right place, where is the positive place that's really trying to maybe encourage you to go to a better place, or that you feel in your heart, because you are a Pisces, you know the kind of partner that is pushing you to a much more positive place, instead of kind of dealing with these people that, I'll be honest, aren't on their mission. And I think that you get caught up in that. I don't think that it's maybe as you as much, but I think it's like, you gotta be careful about who you pick right now in your life. The reason that you got that Star card there in reverse, well, you did get the Nine of Cups. So, I mean, I think a lot of it is, you know, in order for you to have that new love, to move forward into a much more positive place, you got to be willing to let go and start from that kind of fresh energy that's kind of raw and naked. And maybe you're afraid to come into that naked new space. Maybe you're afraid of being naked too, right? Literally. But I think that, you know, that's vulnerability. And I think that there's a lot about your fear of the vulnerability of accepting the truth of what's going on in your love story, in your love life right now, especially with that Judgment card that we got there in reverse. What did you get here? You got the Knight of Swords in reversed. Woo! Very, you're trying to fix something that's not going to be able to be fixed because it's not a higher mission. or you're overstimulated in something that's very toxic, because Knight of Swords is rushing in, and it's almost like two rushing in to save yourself in weird ways. With a Judgment reversed, it's almost like don't go save, or don't go try and keep holding on and keep pushing all this energy to something that's not on a mission, that's not raising you higher. Because I feel like you're at a pivotal point right now, Pisces, where who you're with determines if you're going to go through your 12th house transit of Jupiter and Saturn good or chaotic. You got the Page of Wands, that with the High Priestess. Yeah, you need to pay attention. You already know. I already said you already know the kind of partner that's going to bring you to a higher, much more positive and loving vibration. And I think that this is you getting out of craziness, to be honest with you. This is you getting out of fucking craziness. I feel like that's where you've been stuck. You're stuck with like crazy situations where it's like, what? Are you really doing that? Look at that. Spiritual quest. It's definitely time for you, especially with Jupiter and Saturn coming in your 12th, to go on that spiritual quest. And well, you got the grand trine of blessings if you're on a spiritual quest. If you are in a relationship and there's no spirituality, or you're going the opposite of a spiritual quest in your life, you're not going to get the blessings that you want in your love life this week. That's the only way that it's going to work, Pisces. I know you're a Pisces. That's your whole entire life, is to be on the spiritual quest. But you are at the end of a rope when it comes to a partnership that it's just not, it's just off. It's just off. It just doesn't, it feels like, you know what? You know why you're feeling sluggish, you're feeling off? It's because you're holding on to some weird situation that doesn't see the same mission, that isn't as passionate as you into it. And then you're getting caught up and stuck in all that shit. You got Pluto and Virgo in the 3rd. It's time for you to rethink your whole reality here, especially about how your relationships deal with that. You might need to change your reality in order to have a relationship if you're single. But if you're not single and you're in a relationship, there's definitely some picky things here that have been on your mind that you've been too afraid to expose, that you need to expose. You need to be real. This is the sign that rules relationships for you, Virgo. And with Pluto there, there's definitely a reality changing and an environment changing for you pretty quick. So I'd be prepared, Pisces, especially as Jupiter, Saturn drop into your 12th this week and take you on the cleaning out of your life. All right, next sign that we got here is Aquarius. Oh, no, Sagittarius. Boom. Happy birthday, Sagittarius. Happy birthday with a fucking crazy solar eclipse to the Sagittarius. Happy birthday to the Sagittarius. What's going on, Sag? You got Jupiter and Saturn coming in your 3rd house. Do you need to start figuring out something more exciting and more different? I think so. It's going to get wild tonight. I already got a feel. You're getting the Vampirist deck. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to the Sages. Look, you got the Justice card. Oh, somebody is going to be on the fucking justice court of your life. You got to make a big choice here. Uh-oh. Could rule divorce, too. Time to find the partnership that really is in alignment. And you got to I'm going to be honest, Sag, you got to be honest. Are you being unjust to yourself by somebody who's not being fully trustworthy with you, or unjust, or not being fair? I think you're about to realize if you're getting a fair deal right now in relationships. 5 of Pentacles in reversed. Your challenge is that you are the victim and you won't let go of still being the victim. And I'm going to be real. This is going to get a little harsh and deep. I think you're being used right now. I think that there's some trauma shit going down. I think you're about to wake up and realize you're not the victim, but you have to give yourself the justice to not be the victim. I think that you're expecting for help, but you're still staying in really weird situations or dating weird people where it's not fair, and it feels like you're not getting, not even close to what you want. It's almost like you're almost being used in many ways, and you could be being convinced too that you're being used by that person, right? Your overall that you got here is the 5 of Cups reversed. Wow, these are two hard cards in reversal. But I think, they are cards that are pulling you out of situations. This is about pulling yourself out of a pain that you continually are going through that I think that you are not revealing to people, or you're not revealing to the partner, or you've tried to reveal it and you need to finally do the justice that you must do. I've been talking about this for years, but now that the fact that Jupiter and Saturn are in Capricorn and your self-worth issues are over, possibly. Let's see, Sag. Let's see if you really know, right? You're the all-knowing one. Solar eclipse in your sign, right? Oh, you know everything? Oh, no, this is a big deal. This is actually North Node of Gemini. It's about your relationships. You got Neptune square this stuff. You're emotionally sensitive, and you're letting weird shit happen to you. And I'm trying to protect you from that. And especially from pain and trauma that you got to let go of here. This is what the overall is. You got to let go of the sorrow and the pain that's there. And you know what? Look at this. You're afraid to say bye, bitch. You're afraid to say bye. Why are you so afraid to say bye? Oh, look at this. The magician. You need to be that magician in life that lets you get out of this horrible victim, staying in the same victim. Can be just like, the victim of love, right? Like the negatives of holding on to something that makes you feel like you're inadequate, or they make you feel inadequate, or you're not attracted, or gosh, it's not magical. Time to go into the magical shit. I don't know. Sag is really addicted to kind of just being like whatever. Like you're almost in like a boring relationship that's not boring. It's actually traumatically bad. We're gonna throw you for a loop. What's up with this justice card? Air. Oh yeah, this is definitely, you're gonna have to communicate, intellectualize, and you're gonna have to bring things up into the air, right? Like literally, you're gonna have to actually bring things up and see if things are fair and balanced at all. Things are coming up that are needing to come up. This solar eclipse is firing or blowing a huge intense energy to help figure things out for you there. Because I think that you are at a place to where things need to be in much more harmony in your life, and they're not. You got that 5 of Cups with the Page of Swords. Wow, you need to communicate, and you need to get to the bottom of it. And I think you also need to call out anybody who really has just not been treating you emotionally in the right way. I also think if you're completely single or whatever, like, you're going to get communication from somebody. Maybe it's somebody from the past who wasn't over somebody yet and was going through pain and trauma, and then they get a hold of you now. But you got to make sure and check that they really are over that and they're not just looking for a quick fling. But I also think for you, it's like there is something about like you've had some really golden opportunities, and I think especially with that magician here, but like I think that you felt like you were not in the right time in the right place for it, and you have to now realize you are. And I think that you might need to make the contact. You got a lot of good aspects with that air quality there and with that Page of Swords. But I feel like you've been dealing with like your own issue with somebody, or still not getting over somebody, or sticking around, being around some weird energy. Your overall here you got is surrender. Yeah, it's time to surrender that situation. I don't care if you're single or not. There's a situation you haven't surrendered to. Or if you're in a deep relationship, which is like pretty much like the most weirdest situation, I'm going to be honest with you. It's time to surrender that thing. You know it. We know it. We're not dumb. And you go, oh, look at this. You got the 8th house fucking endings. It's time to make the change now. Jupiter and Saturn are messing around in your 3rd house. You don't want to go mentally insane, especially with this starting to square Uranus and Taurus, and the dispositor of Saturn now is going to be Uranus, and that's in your 6th house of your reality going into shambles here. It's not going to be as stable as you think it is. I think that you got a little stableness here, but it's time to surrender that, because I think that you are missing passion, depth, and truth. Truth. You could be dealing with the liar right now too. Or somebody who, again, like I said, is kind of controlling and using you too, and dominating in many ways too. You could be doing that as well, but I don't got a feeling that you are. You got Libra, Uranus, 2nd house. Oh, if this is not shaking up the foundations of relationships, and ones that, you have to really see if it's got the value there or not. You also, this could bring in a really, really exciting relationship. One that actually sees the value within you. And I think that's what you've been missing. And one that is on the same page with you, on the same values, but also is willing to take the crazy wild risks and the excitement. This is going to be an exciting week for you. I mean, don't be scared. It's the edge that is going to bring the passion. It's in the alignment and the balance. It's not the, let me just kind of, continue on the same way. Definitely not going to be that anymore. It's definitely not happening anymore, Sag. Sorry, but I think it's good. I think this is positive for you, Sag. But Jupiter's moving into a better sign, but it's still south down your sign. All right, Virgos. Les Virgo, les Virgo. Did you learn about love yet, Virgo? Saturn and Jupiter in fucking your 5th house. Did you learn to be a Leo and do what you really want? Or are you still with somebody you don't want? Or do you block love? You're about to go learn to be a Virgo now. Jupiter and Saturn in your 6th house. Let's go see if you know how to be a Virgo. Kind of funny. You deserve the zombie deck. Fucking, I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Let's see what's going on here. We got the 3 of Swords upright. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ah! Ah! Damn it. I knew it. I just felt it. Do you really know how to be a Leo, right? That's the question. I'm going to tell you as a Leo, I'm helping you out. I had to learn to be a Virgo, okay, for the last fucking 3 years. You had to learn to be a Leo, okay? Trust me, I vacuum my house a lot more and fucking I got my shit together a lot better, okay? But fucking with you, like, I'm just trying to remind you, I'm the Leo king and I'm trying to teach you how to be a Leo. The heartbreak is because you choose to be in shit you don't want to be in. Like, I mean, come on. You know that you are fucking this amazing, glowing Virgo energy, but I feel that you're with somebody who's, I don't know, it just feels like a flop. I feel like you're in a flop. We're going to get deeper into this, but there's definitely heartbreak this week. There's definitely, but it's like, you got to like look at it more like, I feel like you've known this. Ace of Cups reversed. That is your challenge card. Woo! Feeling empty. That's the challenge. Don't know how to fill up the cup. Well, maybe it takes a heartbreak to fill up the cup. Sometimes, you know what? I remember when I was in high school and I went on some dates. I had girlfriends in high school, but there was those in-between moments. And I remember I went to a movie theater and there was this girl that liked me and I went for my friends, and all that shit. And I remember I was holding her hand and I was like, you know what? Don't feel it. So I sat in a different row. And then I remember another girl that was there came and sat down next to me. And I fucking, even though it was a little heartbreaking to the girl and I felt a little heartbreak because it was like, she wasn't that great. Fucking the next chick just showed up and sat down next to me and ate my gobstoppers or whatever the fuck I was eating, or my fucking Mike and Ike's or whatever the fuck. And I made out with her and fucking, that shit went really good. So you gotta learn to fill up your fucking cup emotionally and stop doing what's like, I know it's heartbreaking to hold on to what's not fulfilling you. I know that's a hard one, but your overall here is, wow, you got the King of Swords upright. I think that's what I'm saying. You already know. It's just about taking the action and the initiative now about what is going to bring you, the truth and the excitement and what you really want in your life. I think that you are very clear on that. But I don't know. I feel like you've been, if you're single too, you've been kind of messing with somebody who's like, you're trying to replace them with somebody else that was a heartbreak. That's usually Ace of Cups reversed with 3 of Swords, and it's like not even close. So it's like the rebound that you've turned into like supreme. Oh, maybe I'll marry the rebound. No, exit now. Look at that, the Sun card with that Ace of Cups. You know what? I think that's the whole thing. You need to fill up your life with the sun. You have to fill up your life with your heart and your true happiness, the real romantic dreams that you have. I feel like you're like not in a romantic dream and you're like holding yourself from that. Or if you're in a partnership, like you need to try and find that back again. Because, this heartbreak situation is pretty intense. It's definitely intense. Dealing with the Knight of Pentacles. It's like attraction, value. Are you really moving forward? Does it feel like it's going anywhere? Does it feel like it's building? You know what? Does your partner actually, or the person you're interested or whatever, actually have the ability to do something big? And are they actually doing it, or are they kind of weak at it? That's the whole thing, right? Like Page of Pentacles knows how to go on the long journey, and that's what you need to find. But it's also you and yourself knowing the value of yourself, and that you need to keep moving that journey forward and not be heartbroken because you're not putting the values of your deep emotional needs first. And the reason why that you got that King of Swords, I'm going to pull you with a shadow card here. Wow, fragmentation. you know what you want to do in your head, but you keep overthinking it and keep fragmenting parts of it, being like, no, actually, okay, maybe that's not okay. Let me give this another thing, or I don't know, or da 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 da. You're scatterbrained when you already were not scatterbrained. So you are like kind of scatterbraining yourself on purpose because you don't want to deal with the truth and you don't want to own the truth. And this is going to be that big week that you have to really own that truth. You did pull cultivation. What are you cultivating? You know, how good is this situation? Does it bring you all of your needs, or is it only just cultivating part of it? Is it just like a little part of like the story, or is it all the story? Capricorn. Big choices this week, but also it's about, are you cultivating to the ultimate top and to the ultimate success and to honestly somebody who's got authority more in their life, instead of, I feel like this is like dealing with like somebody who can't provide what you need because they can't in themselves provide even much for themselves. You got 10th house Virgo Mercury. Oh, wow. Yeah, these are big choices. That you have to start remembering that you have to communicate what you really want and what you have to give yourself and communicate the authority of the reality you want. That's what I was about to say, is Jupiter and Saturn coming in your 6th house is all about you being a Virgo, is about creating the reality you want. And I know it might sound crazy and it's different, but that's what has to be now. It's like, you know, you just can't keep running the same gamut every day. It's not working anymore. Something has to just dramatically change in your reality. And is the reality and your reality with somebody else mix? Like, are you trying to like go be a crazy, I don't know, you sell cell phones and then you're with somebody who hates cell phones and they're live in the woods and they don't have a phone. You know what I mean? All right. We're on fast track. Libras. I hear Libra in the background. Yay! Yay! Well, hey, Jupiter and Saturn. Oh no! I broke. Oh no! Oh no! Libra, what's going on? Oh no! Is all this Jupiter and Saturn in the 4th house emotionally teaching you to go finally be a Leo? I just ruined Libra's lives. I just took their little card and I just ripped it into a million pieces. Jupiter and Saturn in the 4th and Capricorn taught you, you know what? You don't need to be everybody's mom anymore, and you don't need to keep holding down the fort. And you found safety and security, but shit, it's time to go find the fucking crazy love that you love. Libras, they love to love. It's time to learn to love to love. If you are in the most Capricornian 4th house, boring, emotional, fucking day-to-day bullshit, holding it down, like basic family bullshit story ever, run. Run. You get the zombie deck. Fucking. All right, let's see what the zombies have to tell you tonight. What do they have to say? Well, you got the 9 of Cups upright. I think you are ready to be all excited and go for what you want and have that zombie brain and go on a surfing journey. It sounds exciting. I think this is an exciting time to be a Libra, especially this is what you've been waiting your whole life for love. I know that might sound crazy, but Jupiter and Saturn have never met in Aquarius. That's what's coming on Monday next week, and they're coming into those signs this week. This is your love house. You thought you had found love? Oh, I don't know. Libra, that's always the story, right? Oh, I think I found it, and then, oh no, it's not. But maybe this is where you finally start to find it. But I think that there's a lot of truth to the fact that you need to keep following your emotions, and if that person can't keep up with you or can't surf with you, it's time for you to go to where you find excitement. But if you're going to stay hidden and like in the background and like not show up and like stay stuck in your own little emotional fucking, my emotions and all stuck there. Have fun. Nobody's going to go to the beach with you. You're going to be left alone. Your challenge is the Ace of Wands. Wow, you are afraid of an exciting new love story. Holy fuck. God, you know what, Libra? It's like finally you can have the love story of your life and you're playing emo. Don't worry, I love emo screamo bands. They're my favorite. But I go live the stories. You know what I mean? I think it's time for you to, I don't know. I got a feeling, and I don't care, because every Libra's always got some partnership going on. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter when they say they're broken up or whatever, or they're in one. There's always somebody that they're in one with. And I think that, you know, there's just some new love story that needs to start, but you're afraid, and I think that you're afraid of surfing into the new, great, beautiful waters, and we're about to find out what that is. Your overall, the world reversed. Yeah, you're afraid to start a whole new world. You're afraid because it's going to change your world, although I'm going to be honest with you, your world sucks. It's reversed, so it's like you're afraid to get out of the shitty world, Libra? Are you afraid to get out of trying to reset to a much more better position? Wow. It'd be like having sex and like doing missionary all the fucking time and never flipping over and trying anything different. And it just is boring. And it's the same shit. Like, come on. That's a good analogy. I'm going to give you a shadow card. Why are you so afraid of the new love story here, Libra? Oh, because I already committed myself or I'm emotional. Okay. Oh, envious gluttony. You're envious of all your friends, all the other people that have love stories, and for some reason you're addicted more to that gluttony and probably laying in your bed thinking about it at night than you are fucking going to have it. Or you're sleeping next to your partner and being like, oh God, I don't have to deal with this. Too much. Too much. Or, yeah, you're just sitting in yourself like, this is time to break that cycle. I'm telling you, it's time to break it. You're getting a vampirist. You got the magician reverse. Look at that. You're forgetting the magic that you are. And it's like you're not showing up for the magic for this awesome Knight of Cups to move to a new emotional story and much more brighter emotions and move forward into the emotions. But you're afraid. You feel like there's no magic, or you're afraid that magic will happen. That's your issue. You got to believe in magic. And I hope you do. Listen to Fauci and go on Tinder and get fucked too, because you believe in magic. That was Fauci remix. Pulled the Ace of Pentacles with that World card reversed. If you don't start the new story and the new physical story and get that gold baby up in your mouth, well, you're just going to be in that shitty world that keeps on repeating and keeps on circling at the credits. You're at the credits always. You're never at the new intro to the big badass title and the big new music and the whole new scenes and the excitement and the new characters. Oh, wow. Fulfillment. Wow, that's what you need, right? Oh, man. I don't want this to get too bow chicka wow wow, but yeah, you feel like you need to be filled, right? I need to go order some fucking cream-filled donuts right now. Fulfillment. Not Boston cream. I like that custard cream. Wow. Fulfillment of your sun spirit. You're not fulfilled there, and you need to be fulfilled there. And I'm going to be honest. I'm calling Libras out that fucking are in relationships that they feel that they have been, but they know they're not. They don't know how to deal with it. They're in that envious gluttony, and they're fucking too afraid, and they don't think, oh my God. I'm here to tell you that the stars and the cards, and Fauci said go on Tinder and get fucked. So straight up, your own emotional life has to stop, and you need to go have a good time to fulfill your life. You got to go be in your true soul and your true spirit. You need to go be that, because for some reason it's affecting you because you're not fulfilling your needs in your Libra, and we all know what your needs are. All right, Gemini, Jupiter, 5th house. Oh my gosh, wow. Well, Jupiter in the 5th, man, I can tell you I was born with that one. That one's a good one. I do have always like good luck with love and lots of opportunities for love. Gemini, It's through communication. It's through changing the environment. It's through stimulation. It's excitement, being young again and youthful, and communication, and actually showing up for the communication, though. It's not just about talking. It's about actually going on the adventure of love. And sometimes that story changes, and especially with Gemini, right? Looking for that twin-like energy, looking for that excitement. Instead of like, I don't know, losing yourself into like, I don't know, I'm going to just say it because it just came up and it's from my guides and I've seen this a lot. It's like, are you replacing the fulfillment with other things like your pets or, some other thing that's just like small and not really fulfilling you all the way? Oh, but we live together and we just got a new thing from IKEA this week, so I can't change. Yeah, that thing will be in a fucking garbage fucking, can probably at my fucking business, because people just dump on all businesses who have fucking big trash bins, in about a year. It's made in fucking China. IKEA. Sorry, I have a moon in Taurus. Good luck, Libra. Capricorn. Everybody's like, where's Craig with the stable fucking, he's not going to go crazy on me and give me something. Well, not tonight. Jupiter and Saturn are coming into Event Horizon. I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram. I fucking went all Event Horizon. Woo! Oh, Cappies. I worked my butt up this weekend so my back hurts. No, I don't have Rona either. I just fucking, I literally was like physically working hard. It's like my spine. And you know what? Craig just had surgery on his spine. Maybe I'm next. From jumping jet skis. And when I jump on my jet skis in my races, this is what my spine does. Ka-chish, 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 because I'm the one landing on them. I'm actually wearing World Finals, baby. IJSBA blows you fucking. This was 2017 World Finals. I fucking wear, you know what I mean? Fuck yeah. I fucking kicked fast in that fucking race. Anyway, now I'm getting all Leo. All right. Cappies, I know you've been going through the shitstorm. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's been fucking rough fucking seas, Captain. Woo! It's been rough seas. I'm here to tell you, though, we're going to get you out of these rough seas. We're going to see what's going on. What's going on? Well, I pulled two cards for you, actually. I got the Queen of Cups and I got the Seven of Cups reversed. Okay. You definitely are looking for the emotional connection that you need that honestly feels like, God, she's gorgeous, right? Got that snake. But that Seven of Cups, oh man, it's like, I think that you are very focused on knowing what you emotionally want. And I feel like either A, you're getting it fully, or you feel like either your partner or you're single and you're feeling empty. It's like you don't know where to look anymore. Like you need somebody who's nurturing you and nurtures you the way you want. But you also have to show up for that nurturing. Maybe you're not nurturing. Right? You're not wanting to be nurturing, or maybe you're not wanting to nurture a situation anymore either. Maybe you're like, okay, this is not the prize that I want to have anymore. And if you're single, you're looking for that prize. You're like, where is it? I need it now. We're going to find out what your challenge is here. Oh, the Six of Wands. You don't feel like you're victorious. Maybe you don't feel that like excited about your partnership, or you don't feel victorious about relationships in general. But I think that you have to start to own that again. You need to be like, I can be victorious and have the emotions that I want to have in my life, and to feel, because this is all about like being that Queen of Cups knows how to nurture and take care of and be felt. And I think you need it. You've been through some hell. And that victory is going to be whether or not you're going to give the victory to yourself about the choices that you're going to have to make to put yourself in positions where you actually have that, instead of fucking holding on to the shit that you don't want to fucking have, or denying yourself of what you want to have. Your overall that you got here is the Five of Wands upright. So you're afraid of conflict. You're afraid of confrontation, but that's going to be like a little, you know what? That's going to be honest. That probably will turn you on. That'll probably get you going, right? Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's like good to have a little bit of conflict and like, call people out a little bit and like, challenge people. But also at the same time, it's like, I think you're afraid of like, well, my world's this way and I don't want to interact differently. I don't want to change the way things are. You need to change the way things are. It's going to like change things for a better direction and get things going in your life. Why'd you get that 6 of Wands? You got the Star card reversed. Look at you. It's like, you know what? I think your issue with victory is like you don't want to start something different and new. And you definitely, you know what? You ain't getting this. This is reversed. That's the victory you're looking for, but you don't think it's possible for some reason. I think because you're just afraid of changing the game. You're too afraid. And I think that you're afraid of like, you know, oh, you could have the ultimate prize, but I think that you've lost that nurturing of that prize, or that that's not possible, or I need to gain. I don't know. We're going to find out why. Oh, Ace of Cups upright. Look at that. You need to be refilled emotionally, and that is very clear. Ace of Cups with the Queen of Cups with the 7 of Cups reversed. Yeah. The prize of emotion is not there. And look, it's literally filling up a fucking cup. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that this is you needing to fill up your cup, but you're like afraid to. And I think that you have all these weird things of like, it's like almost like feeling guilty to start fresh to the victory that you want. It's like that it's like, God, you know, sometimes in life it just doesn't work out, or, you know, sometimes I'm just gonna be real. Sometimes when it just is like, how the fuck did I end up in this? Or how the fuck am I still single and I fucking around with that? Or da 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 da. And I just had that car ride when you're done with all that shit and lighting a cigarette and you're fucking down the road and you're like, da da, how the fuck was I in that? Sometimes the best thing in life, that's a victorious moment. For some reason, you're afraid of that moment. We're going to get down to that with that 5 of Wands in reverse, but we're going to do that with a shadow, because I feel like you got some shadows here, especially about conflict here, that you're like, you know what? You're playing like a pussy, Capricorn. Called you out. We're going to test your self-worth now for the next year with Saturn and Jupiter in your second house. Oh, I got to get a little Taurus on you. Do you actually have the goods? Do you have the goods to make it happen? Or are you pussy? Oh, bride in a cage. Oh, you're too afraid to break out of your own cage? Oh, Cappy. Oh my gosh, you're afraid to break out of a cage. Wow. You know what, Cap? You know, I thought you were the captain of a ship. Thought you were this powerful ship captain. Oh, doesn't look like it. Self-worth stuff. Allowing yourself to be in these really shitty situations. Protection. Well, you're always protected. So why are you afraid to do what you want to do? Or have you been playing like you're trying to protect something? What are you trying to protect? This is going to be the bomb drop right here. Ooh. 7th house partnerships. Holy fucking motherfucker. Protection? Oh my God. You're fucking trying to protect the partnership. But if it's in a cage and you're afraid of conflict, relationships have to deal with being equal and fair and being a real partnership, and not like, you're playing so safe to where you're getting screwed over. Especially a solar eclipse in your 12th house. Owie, mama, with the South Node. Ouch! Those are not fun for me. I said those Cancer South Node eclipses that I went through fucking, wow, God, was that 10 years ago? Fuck that, man. I remember that girlfriend and I did not work out. She said, if you go on that reality show, and you don't go have a job with a 401k, that my mom told me to have you have, then I'm not going to be with you. And I'm like, well, should I still protect this, or am I going to not? I'm going to go do the reality show. Fuck it. I guess I'll never talk to you again. Thank God I did that. Oh, maybe there's little weird things to bring into you right now, Capricorn, right there. Owie, mama. 7th house, Aquarius, sun, holy mother of God. This is going to be a wild week in relationships for you, and a lot of change and a lot of things going fucking in connect. I think that you're going to see, you know, this is so fucking sporadic that it's going to be like, with disconnection will come connection, or connection will become disconnection. Like this could swap things out, and really fast. You know, it's kind of like going to minus and swapping out a muffler. That sounds like an old fucking, you know, AMC Pacer fucking from 1970 fucking coming in here from Tijuana. I feel like I got to give you one more card because this is some gnarly shit. We got to give you a zombie card. We got to give you a zombie card. What is this protection thing about? That's the thing. Why are you doing this, Capricorn? King of Wands. Oh my God. You're protecting yourself from your own happiness and your own ability to be the king of your own happiness. But you think you're being the king by protecting some situation, but you're protecting yourself from being your own happiness? Oh, wow. I feel like you've just given yourself completely away into the nothingness. Or are you just captaining a ship into waters that are going nowhere? Scorpio. I was going to say, it ain't no party like a Scorpio party, baby. But you know what? The truth is, it ain't no party like a fucking Leo party, baby. Craig's not here, so I can say that. But Craig might be having a party right now, recovering right now. We all are probably just like doing this whole spiritual thing and cards and looking at Saturn and Jupiter and all this shit. And fucking Craig's probably partying it up right now. Lucky bastard. All right, let's see what's going on for Scorpios. Well, you did pull that Page of Swords. Woo! Somebody's trying to get your attention this week. And also being very clear on what they want. And I think that you need to be clear back, or if you're needing communication, it's time for you to speak. So this is definitely, it's also a very fast situation. Very fast. Page of Swords is like, boom, here's the info. Boom, boom, boom. It's like a text message. It's an alert. Bam, bam. Lots of messaging going on this week. Lots of something happening really fast. What's the challenge though? I'll give you like beautiful card here. Oh, the Page of Cups reversed. It's like something's happening really fast, but you're too afraid to move emotionally forward. Oh my gosh. Maybe you're just going back and forth because you're not feeling emotionally good in a relationship, or you're going really fast and you're afraid to emotionally move forward. That's not a party. Wow, you just like the Capricorns got 5 of Wands. The overall is definitely you're in a conflicting situation here, and you're probably in an inner conflict with yourself. Like, wow, okay, so it's faster. Oh my God, I'm finally getting to what I want to do, but I really wanted to leave, but I can't leave. Or, oh my God, I really want to go into this, but I'm afraid to. Oh my God, Why'd you get that fear? Why are you so afraid to move emotionally forward? Especially Jupiter and Saturn are coming in your emotional house. So this is going to be that disconnect emotionally thing that you don't know what to deal with. Oh, your shadow. Look at that. That is the shadow. You were afraid to move forward emotionally. Oh, especially with Saturn and Jupiter. You know, I'll be honest. When Saturn went into Scorpio, my 4th house, oh my God. For that fucking 2.5 years, I was single and I fucking shadowed myself and blocked every fucking emotional situation. Oh, the shadow. I'm going to ask you a really good question right now, Scorpio. What's the point of fucking talking a bunch if you're not going to emotionally do anything about it anyway? What's the point? What a waste of your thumb space and time. Your thumbs could be doing better things, probably to yourself too. Fuck. What's the point? I learned that through my Saturn through the 4th house transit. Like, what's the point? Why did I do all this if I really wasn't emotionally ready? Like, what the fuck? I called the fucking glam DJ. Fucking fuck that bitch. All right. Fucking Page of Cups. Boom! It's so funny. I think it's so funny because it's like somebody is dropping everything they got on you, like totally down. And if you're in a relationship, you're finally at a position where you're finally getting to that communication, emotional grounds. But man, the shadow of actually moving forward emotionally. Oh no. God, somebody is dropping the heat. Well, it's more like the tenderness. But you got that 5 of Wands. So what's up with this conflict here? Oh, the 3 of Pentacles. You're like, well, you know what? This is going to be the best way to help Scorpios get into that like kind of sensitive emotional waters. There's somebody else you're debating on too. Oh, the Three of Pentacles is always a little bit of a love triangle. You're thinking about somebody else too. That's the shadow. You don't know which one to move on. Ooh, Scorpios, you guys are so good at keeping that shit so fucking like secure. Like, ooh, yeah. Maybe you're giving it. Maybe you're in a relationship and you're talking to somebody else, or you're single and you're talking to two people, or maybe you're dealing with somebody who has another situation and that's what makes you conflicted. Maybe they're talking to two people and you're like, and you're one of those two, and you're like, fuck that. Scorpios don't want to be that. I don't think anybody does, but Scorpios especially, we're like, fuck that. Oh, that nurture. Oh, you are just desperate for the nurturing. And if you're not getting that from your relationship, that's why you're like, finally, we can get to the figuring this out. And if they're not willing to do that, maybe, I'm going to be honest, if you're a Scorpio out there and you're having a fucking relationship that you're already in and you're not feeling the nurturing and you finally are like at a place where you can finally communicate and stuff, you need to be honest. Like maybe the conflict is because maybe they have somebody else. There's definitely something about a third party all over this whole entire reading. But it needs to be this two-party system. Or maybe you want that three-party thing. I don't know, Scorpio, but I think that, you just came out of Saturn and Jupiter this week. You're coming out of the third house, which is a Gemini house. Like, you have been, like, fucking stimulated in all these weird ways, but I think that you're done with that stimulation and you're looking for wholesomeness. Fourth house roots. Boom. You're afraid, or if you're Scorpio, if you're in a relationship and they're not going to build a family with you, or the family situation's weird, or the roots aren't there, it's not going to work. But that's your deep thing, I think, is that you really want this like huge, nurturing, emotional, fucking rooted situation. And you know what? That's not going to happen fucking with Crazy Town, or that's not going to happen if you are playing around with so many different text messages, or playing around with two different people, or somebody else is playing around with two different people. Like you gotta bring it, the edges for you right now and finding that like deep emotional connection. And you can't be afraid to move into that if that's what you're gonna want to do. You can't be playing it all in your head. You're just gonna have to fucking start getting emotional, yo. Third house, Leo, Sun. It was Leo, just turned. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're going to have to communicate. There's a lot of communication going on this week, but it's from the heart. But you got to be that way back. Or if you're being that way and they're not being that way back, then it's not equal. So I would say that, you know what, this is going to be a very interesting, loving energy. And you have to know how to play your cards right here. And you got to be smart about it. And you got to communicate. But you also have to make it real. It can't just be just talk. It has to be walk too. And you have to be that Leo and be confident. You can't be fucking a little like shadowy, like, I don't know, and retreat into your emotional fear. All right. Aquarius. Hey, Aquarius, you're off the hook. You ready to go be a hook? From the movie, Hook. A little edgy. All right. Let's see what's going on. We'll do this. The Tower card. Holy moly. Now, this card is definitely saying it's time for you to realize you've reached this point in your life where can it go any farther? If you're still single and you're still doing that, or if you're in a relationship, there's definitely a Tower moment here. You've reached the pinnacle moment of this. We're going to get really deep on this Tower moment here. Because, this is reaching a peak out, and there's nothing left except bailing out, right? Very, very, very Aquarian anyway, the bailout. Your challenge is the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Have you invested in something that you're actually not feeling the return on? Like, that's a good Tower, right? Like, moment, it's like, oh my God, I put all this energy in and it's just not delivering back what I want. Is it all just work, and like, oh, just like, or I'll be honest, you're not putting any investment in anything. If you're single out there, you're just staying in your own tower that's falling and you haven't invested in anything. And now you're like, where the fuck do I go? I need somebody. Saturn and Jupiter are in my first house now. Oh my God. I got to fucking actually be in the world. I can't be in this like little bubble. Capricorn bubble is burst. So Aquarians have to be the rebel again. They got to be wild. They got to get out of that weird tower. You were up in the tower. You got to be back in real life. You got to do something with your life. And that's just in general, but that also goes with partnerships in many ways. There's a deep connection there. I'm going all over. I'm like having fun tonight. Well, look at this. You need courage. Oh, wow. Ooh, you get the courage card here. Ooh. You need the spark that gives you the courage of what you want in your life there, Aquarius. You got Saturn and Jupiter coming in your sign. I guess they're coming inside your sign. Wow. What is this courage thing about? What is it? Well, let's get to first. What's up with this? Two of Wands. You have this world that you really want, but it's like, I don't know, you haven't invested in it, or you invested in a world that you wanted to, but it hasn't turned out that way. And you're like, I think that you have to have the courage to figure out, like, are you going to continue to still sit in this tower moment? This tower moment is going to give us a lot of clarity. And for this, we are going to use the Botticelli deck. Yes, I am pulling Botticelli out for you to help out through this cycle, to help you from the old Italian, very dark but beautiful artworks to help you through this tower moment, Aquarius. The Eight of Cups upright. Wow. That is the card of moving on. That is the card where you say, goodbye, I'm out of here. And then you got a tower card? Oh my God. Is somebody bailing on you, or are you bailing on somebody, or have you just bailed out completely on love? Wow. It is a bailout. There's a bailout week. Wow. Or you feel bailed out on. Man, this week is going to fucking change relationships for all signs extravagantly and extremely. Especially Jupiter, Saturn, Aquarius. If you all thought it was just going to be each of Aquarius, oh my God. You got to realize it deals with people, and everybody's going to be going ping pong, fucking, not even ping pong, it's fucking pinball machine. Oh my God. You're going to have the courage to get through this shit. I'll give you another Botticelli. Botticelli's coming through for you right now. Oh, the Nine of Pentacles reversed. You don't have your self-worth there. I think you've lost your value. You don't feel like you, and this is, I think, having to do a lot with, your Neptune squaring the nodes and your sensitivity to your self-worth. Ooh. Investing in things that you shouldn't. Or somebody trying to invest in you and you don't give it anything back. No wonder they're going to leave. At the end of the day, I think you're resetting completely to get to the world that you want to have. Let's see what Ganesha says here. Energetic movement. Yeah, I feel like you need something more energetic. Something that's moving and getting in the fucking electricity again, because I feel that you are in a fucking stale, crispy crackers from 1984, and it was never opened, and you think that the salt and the crackers going to be good in the soup, and I'm here to tell you it's going to be worse than cardboard, and it's time to fucking get that energy. You need to move. You need to get moving again. You need to get dancing again. You got to get edgy again. Got to get edgy again. Pisces, I believe. Wow, yeah, you need to believe in the dream of the energetic movement that you could have in your life, because I'll be honest with you, if this is coming up, I feel like you've been in the opposite. You've been in the most boring, non-energetic movement reality, and it's been like painstakingly the most unedgy situation of your life. That's good news, though. I'm excited for you. It's going to be a little bit of a whirlwind. You got to have the courage to do it, but you're at a place where it's like the way it's been going, just overall, I don't care if you're single, not single, whatever the fuck. You've reached a place that you're done and you need to move into a new situation energetically, whatever that means in the relationship. But there's definitely of like, this ain't going to work the way it's been working. Like this all needs to change now. Fifth house, Gemini moon. Oh, you are definitely going to go have some fun and definitely going to go through a lot of extreme, like, exciting emotional needs. Like, you need to fucking spice it up. Oh my God. But you also have to communicate from your heart and speak. AI robot Aquarius. You know, you can't play that fucking Jupiter, Saturn in the 12th anymore. That was okay to play those cards, you know. It was like, you know, okay, that's a lot of fucking 12th house. That's over. That's over now. Especially South Node, solar eclipse and Sag. Like, okay, yeah, your world is definitely going to be energetically moving and changing into happiness. That's the only way out. That's the only way out you've got, Aquarius, is you're going to have to go into crazy town and go into much more stimulating, exciting, and energetic movement and way more fucking mystical crazy land instead of fucking playing the most boring, like, I'm just like playing the way the world wants me to be. God, that would be like, you know, listening to Joe Biden's speech tonight on replay every day. Like, you know, I feel bad for him. The guy couldn't even speak. Is he sick? All right. What's the excuse me, what's the next sign? Aries. You know what? I just did sun sign horoscopes on High Vibe, of course, for this week, and I got a good feeling for Aries right now. This is Aries. Out of all the zodiac signs, I think Aries are fucking set up the bomb right now with all these transits coming. I think they need it, though. I'm gonna be honest. They need it. They needed a little change anyway. And you know what I mean? We were all kind of like, Aries, what the fuck? And now we're all like, okay, Aries, all right. Let's see what's going on. I'll even start you with Golden Tarot. Wow, 4 of Cups though. Oh gosh. Did you forget your Viagra? Shit. So I think that you're kind of, you know, I mean, the 4 of Cups is kind of like, it's like, you know, it is a card of just like, I really am not into what I have, or I'm just kind of not there. I'm unsure. I don't know. I mean, I wanted something good and I got it. It's kind of like getting an Amazon package and you're like, oh yeah, I ordered that. Like, I don't even need to open the box right now. So I think that, you know, there's some stale there's a lot of stale situations, what I'm noticing right now. Jupiter and Saturn are fucking trying to bring in the fucking excitement. And for others, you've already been seeing it. But for Aries, I feel like if you're going to go backwards, especially, and hope something good's going to be there, not going to happen. But it also means that, you know, you're kind of like needing to bring some spice to your relationship life. Do something, because I feel like God's trying to bring that to you, but you're almost like, I don't know, maybe you're too busy, or maybe, you know, your challenge is the Empress reversed. Wow, yeah, you're needing to embody love again, but that's a fearful place for you. I don't know. I think you're distracted. I feel like I feel you're distracted. I also feel like, you know, maybe you're expecting other people to do all of the work and you don't want to do any of it. Ooh. Or you're dealing with a partner that's just not that into you right now and not showing it, and that's making you feel it. That one's very possible too with this Empress reversed. But definitely, you know, Aries, you know, it's going to be trouble of how you deal with that. Like, are you going to kaboom this situation? I don't know. I'm going to give you from the Cars deck here. Are you going to kaboom this situation? Or what are you going to do here? Or, wow, man, this is fucking a weird fucking reading already. Well, I pulled 2 cards, and it was so funny. I pulled the Fool and the Cars. So you know what? You might think you're dumb, but you're not. I don't think you would be. I mean, Aquarius is the ultimate risk, right? Of like being the angel that fucking like flies up to fucking heaven in the craziest of ways and fucking to the divine and like takes the ultimate risk and can fall. And the Fool card's there. So, you know, maybe it would be stupid to try and do something stupid this week. Definitely, I would say, yeah, don't do something stupid this week. Just because you're not satisfied. Maybe you need to take a risk to go find you to make satisfied without taking a risk that's crazy, if that makes sense. We're going to get much deeper into this. What's up with this Empress reverse? Oh, Seven of Swords. Wow. Woo! Ooh. I don't know, maybe your partner or maybe somebody doesn't trust you. Maybe you got caught in a lie. Or maybe you're with somebody who's lying to you and you know it and you're like, what the fuck, you're lying. But usually when those situations happen, it's like, okay, there's something else on the other side too. You don't feel like you're being held the way you want to. You're given the love that you want, but are you lying to yourself, or you're not showing up? You're doing other things. Questionable things. Or somebody else has done that. If you're trying to go back to an ex that cheated on you, oh my God, like they still be doing it. Woo! Why did you get that Four of Cups? So you got the Chariot. Yeah, it's time to, oh man, I mean, this is the moving forward card, right? Like, but you have to like move. It's about moving into new energy. I feel like the reason why you're feeling like you got an Amazon package that you don't even want to open anymore is just because like you need to go take action and go towards more of what you want in life. If you're single, especially, or if you're in a relationship, like you got to find out what is it that brings you that excitement, because the Chariot gets bored and is ready to go follow the universe and move on in the journey. And I think that's what you're contemplating a lot here. And especially that Seven of Swords is just trapped looking at there and, you know, holding the swords with its own hands. Like, how stupid is that? Like, I always feel like Seven of Swords is like the stupidest person on the planet. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you might feel like I'm dealing with the stupidest person on the planet, but then at the same time, somebody else might be thinking on you, like, I am dealing with the stupidest person on the planet and I don't know what they're really doing. There's a lot of questionable stuff going on here. Don't be a fool either. There's a Aquarius and Fool. You know what? What is going on here with this? Ooh, the Six of Pentacles reversed. Oh, seriously? Right? Like, are you really? No, don't be a charity case or don't give away your energy. Oh, man, this is just, I hate that card for love readings. It just feels like transactional relationship shit. And I think that's part of the issue is like, it's become transactional, or you're looking at relationships transactional, like, well, I just need somebody who can do this and be here in my life for this. It's like, no, you need the full embodiment, the Empress, not reversed, not this Four of Cups situation. I think there's a lot of single Aries. I feel like this is more for single Aries that are just like, come on, move on. You're dealing with a bunch of bullshit. I think for relationship Aries, there's definitely like something needs to be figured out to move the relationship in a better place, because it's not in a good place right now. And there's some questionable stuff on your half, possibly on the other, but I would say it's probably on you, because the Empress is not wanting to hold you because of that. She doesn't trust you. And you got to clear some of that shit up. It might be just stupid little fucking stupid things, not even like questionable, like maybe cheating. I think with exes, yes. But I feel like it's just like maybe you've just done some stupid shit and like you just in the relationship, not like, you know, crazy stuff, but just like, you know, you're going to have to fix some shit. Be candid. Oh, you definitely are going to need to be candid. I was feeling it. So it's you. But also that could also be candid, like to somebody about what they're being like too. I mean, maybe if you're in a partnership, it's both sides, but there's definitely some shady shit going down. And you got to be candid about it. And oh, well, actually, yeah. Ooh, wow. This is a Pluto card, transformation. Mars is about to square Pluto. Fuck. And your sign? Holy shit. Be candid about full transformation. Such a weird world. Well, it is a weird world. But just the term be candid, like, Okay. Like you can turn those into 3 words: be and can and did. So I be it, I canned it, and I did it to transform me. Be Pluto can transform, did the Emperor reversed. Oh, man. Oh, you got the Emperor and the Empress reversed? Owie, mama. Oh, I think that for single Aries, yeah, whatever you're dating you think's going to go to the fucking ultimate ain't going to be it. And if it's an ex you're trying to rebring back, get the fuck out. If you're in relationships, the relationship has reached a very big low point and it needs to be transformed. And I think that this Jupiter and Saturn is going to be forcing you to make sure you know how to be candid in a positive way and not try and over dominate and be crazy and implode a situation over some stupid little shit that you can fucking fix. And don't no fucking Aries out there that's fucking talking to an ex again saying, oh, well, okay, I found the relationship one. No, you don't. It's your ex. Jupiter in Libra on the 4th. Okay. It's time to open up all the emotional truths and be fair. And the relationship emotional stuff needs to expand and needs to be understood and needs to be grown. It's time for you to grow. It's like that little kid on that back in the day when there was Vine. You know, he's like, I'm grown with the Sprite. That kid was like my hero. It's time to grow. I'm grown. You got to grow emotionally in your relationship life now because it's like you're a little kid. You're a little baby. You're a little baby emotionally. It's time to stop being a little baby. This is just so much fun. And we are on Geminis now. Still got all those trust issues, Gemini? Are you ready to open up the 9th house? Or are you just going to go, I don't know, close your world off? Let's see what's going on with Geminis. We're starting you off with this. Power. All right, boom. Time to get to the power. This is a love reading. Wow, yeah. I mean, I think it's time to remember the power that you have, the power that you want. And it's also time to attract the power. If you're in a relationship, you know, where's the power at? Is there power in the relationship? Is there some sort of energy that actually has some sort of life force in it? Where's that life force energy? I think you know where it's at. I think you have your radar on. But, you know, sometimes it could also be attracted to power, right? But we'll find out if it's good power or bad power. You pulled the High Priestess reverse. So you're not listening to your intuition at all. I think that you're driven right now by your own willpower in your own way. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that goes too well in love. I think that, you know, your gut's telling you about where the power is, but I almost feel like you're trying to, typical Gemini fashion too, trying to explore the power that you're going to just push away your soul for a minute. I would not do that this week. Your overall card that you got here is the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, which again is another fucking card of money exchanges and charity. If you are looking for a sugar daddy this week or a sugar baby or whatever the fuck or any of that shit, or exchanges or what you can do for me or that kind of shit, back the fuck away. They're just gonna, bad shit's gonna happen. Or you're doing it for the money, or you're doing it for this, or you're doing it for some sort of status or fame, or you're, you know what I mean? Like, or you're in a relationship where, you know what, you've given all your power and you've been holding them like a little baby. You've been giving them all, they've been a little charity case and your intuition's been telling you to not do it and you keep doing it and that's got to end. That one's probably resonating with a lot of Geminis. But again, you could be now on the flip side of that, right? Like, it's like, oh, I need the charity. I just want somebody to do this shit and give power to me and all that. No. What is going on here with this? We need zombies. Where's my zombies at? Here they are. What's up with this High Priestess reversed? Oh, man. Six of Cups. I know you want really good memories and shit, but you got to listen to your soul. Like it's one thing to just, okay, like that looks like a good, beautiful situation, or it looks like it can be great, but if it's not divinely guided, or if they're not spiritual themselves, like, are you fucking joking? You're going to go make a memory with something that's not spiritual and it's not powerful at all? Like, this is about where you're putting your power, and you got to be careful because it could be going in the wrong directions. I know you want beautiful memories, but you got to be in putting that power where that spirituality is, and not being a charity case yourself, or being a charity case to others and not being the charity yourself. Wow, you got the Page of Swords with that power. So, okay, I knew you were curious as fuck. I knew you were. Look at that. The typical Gemini. Whoa, what's that around the corner? Whoa, with the fucking, look at that, with a little axe. There's a zombie coming in the house. Whoa, but I'm curious. Or somebody of power has wrote to you. It doesn't look like it's too good. Because I feel like they're falsifying that they can project a good memory or something. It could even be in a relationship and you're getting a message from that. Or, you know, we're going to find out more. Knight of Swords reversed. Oh, God. You're trying to save the day. You're trying to save your whole life and think some sort of relationship can save the day, and it's not. Oof. It's just a bad charity situation. It's like going to the Salvation Army and they don't even have anything left. Either you need saving or you're trying to save somebody, and that's not going to work. It's not going to be the memories you want. That's not how spirit works. And somebody's trying to take advantage of you with power. If you're in the charity position of needing the charity, or if you're in charity, somebody is taking over your power still because you're giving away your energy to them and they're taking everything from you. And that works in both ways. It's time to stop that shit. Reflection. Oh, you need to reflect, Geminis, on what the fuck you're doing. I feel like you guys are at a very crucial point, especially this is like a solar eclipse in your 7th house with the South Node, with Mercury in exact opposition to the North Node, which is the dispositor in Gemini, and Venus comes into Sag this week. So if anybody is going through the weirdest fucking relationship transmissions and changes, especially just like needing to really pay attention, in the square to Neptune and the trine to Mars, like, and with dealing with Chiron too, that's coming direct, like, you know, like in your 11th, like, I think it's like, you need to reflect on what you're doing and making sure you're not losing your soul. Cancer, I feel. Yeah, you need to look at making sure that look at your feelings and reflect on your feelings and making sure they're coming from a good space and not a desperate space. Why is that? Oh, of course. 2 of Swords reversed. There you are. You know, it's like, I think that what you need to reflect on is you need to like make sure that you like kind of weigh this out a little bit more, but you're kind of like in the whole, like, I'm not even going to weigh it out. I'm just going to like fucking go anyway. It's going to be great. Oh, fuck no, it's not. You're going to wish that you would have reflected and thought, because your feelings are going to get hurt more. And it's like you finally are opening yourself up in this moment, and then like not really thinking about the trust that you've been working on. It's kind of like, what was all that work for? Taurus, Jupiter, 2nd house. Okay, I mean, I hate to call it out, but we got that power card here, which is very Taurian, right? Okay, I know it's very materialistic. It's also trying to gain something physically. So you either, you know what I mean? Like, or it's like trying to own somebody. Like you might be doing that, or somebody's trying to own you. You're trying to explore the value of something. And I think that, you know what? Like, put it this way. Like, I'm going to use cars for example, because I used to be a used car salesman. Like, I'm not going to go explore an old 1980 Cadillac. I'm just not. I already know that that's not the value in what I want. But for some reason, it's like you're willing to go explore something like doubly. It's like, I already know it doesn't smell good or taste good from the outside, but I just want to make sure anyway. Let me go look. I think that you can have the good energy of this if you go and reflect and stop and go, you know what? Let me look around at every option I have and make sure it's the best power. It's from my intuition. It's from my soul, and it's on a soul level. And it's not some sort of transactional exchange in some sort of way. Might be a pattern. We're going fast. Taurus. Speaking of Taurus, right? Oh, Taurus. Jupiter and Saturn, 10th house now. Time to be responsible. Time to actually get out there in the world and actually be seen publicly. Can't be hiding in your little adventure and thinking that you are being responsible. And yeah, I don't know. It's been kind of zonked out and zoned out. Searching. What'd you get here? You get the moon card reversed. Ooh, okay. There's a lot of emotional suppression or even weird home life situations, or you don't know where you're living, or there's some weird family shit. There's definitely a lot of suppressed emotions here. And until you deal with those, how is any relationship going to go to the way that you want it to go? Like, it's like you're not wanting to deal with the truth of the emotionally. It's like you're putting blame on other emotions that are not the real fucking core of the emotions. It's just some fucking truth. Well, you pulled the Fool card. That's your challenge. Yeah, you're playing like dumb, the Fool, but like you don't even know it, and like being like, no, it's these other. I think that you're putting blame on other emotional situations of pain and trauma, and being foolish enough to do that when you know the truth, that you know that it's other things. So it's like, I've seen Tauruses do this too, where it's like very weird. It's like my first girlfriend was a Taurus. It's like, like putting all this stuff, like you're not doing this or you don't do that. But it's like, the issue at hand isn't that. The issue at hand is that you're not able to show up at all. So how can I show up? Because you can't, because of all these other emotional situations you got going on, all these other things, all these ties emotionally that you're not willing to deal with. And I think that you got to look at your own you got a weird home, emotional, personal life situation going on right now. And like, if you're not good personally in your life, how are you going to be good in a relationship? Don't be stupid and be like, no, that's just not, that's typically the Fool and the fucking, Don't be foolish either and try and be with somebody who has emotional issues too, to just double counteract that. You know what I mean? Or triple that kind of energy. You're definitely going to get one of these cards, and then we're going to pull a shadow for that moon card. Ooh, you pulled the Fool reversed as your overall. Wow. Okay. Overall, this is you getting out of all your dumb situations. And the situations where, I think that you're actually kind of in a place where you're like kind of waking up to that you're the Fool. Like, it's a kind of like, you didn't know you were the Fool, even though it was like on the wall the whole time and the emotions were saying it, and maybe even others were saying it, but you were like, no. But I think with Jupiter and Saturn in the 10th now, and it's all going to start squaring Taurus. And now with Uranus in your sign, it's like a wake up, and it's Uranus' retrograde. It's like, what the fuck? Like, shit, I have been stupid. I need to like deal with all this personal shit. Or this is Taurus is having to bail out of like crazy relationships that are so retardedly dumb. Like, they're so bad. It's like really toxic shit. We got to pull a shadow here. Downcast pride. You know what? It's like, fuck. It's like, you know what? It's like you're not giving pride into wanting to change your personal life. It's like you've given away, you've let others, or you've let your personal life go down the tubes in a way to not be able to even fucking show up. You've lost pride in your personal life, which is not showing pride into your physical, spiritual, loving life. Something's got to change majorly there in your personal life in order for things to change. Nobody's going to want to come in. Nobody's going to want to stay when that shit's all fucked up. Why'd you get this Fool card? 8 of Swords reversed. Wow. You're foolish because you actually think that you have been out of toxic waters when the truth is that you haven't. You're foolish. You think that you pulled yourself out already. That the blindfold might be off, but the fucking truth is you're still sitting in the fucking shit. Like, you know. And it's just, I think it's just personal life issues, personal shit. Like, it's time to take bigger responsibilities down in your life about things and like be an adult about things too, right? About your personal life. Why'd you get this Fool card reversed? You got the Star card. Yeah, it's definitely pulling out of really stupid situations and starting from a fresh new space. And that's so opposite of the Moon reversed, right? Like the Star card's like, okay, like you need to like come back to your most natural self and clean all the shit away and clean all the fucking emotional shit and all the weird shit in your life and all these weird situations that, I'll be honest with you, if you were to talk about them to people, people would be like, huh? Like, people don't even know. The Moon reversed hides its emotional truth in its personal life. It's almost like, you know, I've dated a lot in my life, right? And so it's like, you know, somebody will be like, oh yeah, everything's great. But I'll be like, how come you never want me to check out your house, you know? And it'll be like, you know, because you go there and it's like, well, I really don't have a house, or I really don't live here, or fucking, you know, like fucking my boyfriend's still here and he fucking, I don't know, he fucking worships the devil in that other room. And I just, you know, it's like, oh yeah, this is going to work. You got that kind of shit going on. You know, like, I was going to say, you need to call Martha Stewart, never clean out your fucking personal life. But I was going to say, she might, you know, she's a jailbird too, so she might be stupid to call. Healing. Oh, yeah, you have some deep healing on yourself to do. I feel that with this Moon reversed. Put it this way. Be honorable to yourself with Jupiter and Saturn in your 10th house right now by not projecting your own healing onto other people. But what I mean by that is projecting the pain and the weird shit that you're going through in other people without doing the healing first. I know that's a tough one to hear for a love reading, but you know it's true. Especially with that Star card there ending like with a Fool reversed. It's a tough one. Wow. You got the earth element to bring stability. So I think overall everything's going to be fine. I just think that you have to be honest with yourself and be like, you need to bring yourself back to a stable environment of healing in yourself before you can figure out all your love life situations or your relationship situation at the moment. And you can't go seek it out on other people. Like, you got to go seek it in yourself first and change it within your personal life first. And you might even be dealing with a partner that's that way. And you're like, well, wait, my life's perfect. Well, no, look at, if your partner's that way, look at your life then. And you got to clean that shit up first. So this is a cleanup week. And I think it's good to go into a Saturn, Jupiter in your 10th that way, so you can get responsible and get back on track. This is you getting back on track. So that's positive. But it definitely doesn't have the glory of love that maybe that you exactly want, especially Venus in your 8th and a solar eclipse in your 8th. Like, I think that for you, like, I think you have deep desires, but I think that you need to rebuild your life, second house. I think you need to rebuild your confidence, and you have to rebuild your confidence, which is going to bring beauty back to yourself. You have to restore yourself. You're in a restoring period and bringing an integrity back to yourself. You got the North Node, Gemini, 11th house. So, I mean, it's important for you to communicate and understand how people are. And I think it's good to incorporate communication to people, and also, you know, changing the environment and how you deal with people. But I think with that Moon reverse and that Star and with this healing and the stability, I think a lot of it is like understanding people and where they're at and what you bring in and what you know, and how you come to people, like, and what people come to you, and how you have to understand how the environment of people are. Like, it's like you have to remember how to be around people. You have to remember how to connect to people. You have to remember how to be invited to dinner and be sitting at the table. And that you're not the one in control all the time, that there's other people and they have their lives too. This is not just about your own personal shit in your own life. I haven't even looked at the chat yet. I disagree with the Taurus read. It's cool. I ain't mad at you. Leo. I think we have one left, Cancer, and that's it. I'm trying to help Tauruses out. I thought that was about restoring like this quality version of yourself and your integrity to be able to be in a better love situation. But if you don't feel that that's it, hey, I'm just pulling the card, Joe. I'm looking at Jupiter, Saturn, your 10th house after a 9th house transit. Like you know, it's like, you know, you've been on a long journey and you kind of need to restore. You need to get some foundation. You got moon reversed. Like, I'm sorry to say, in love reading, that's the first card. Fuck. No, I'm not doing spiritual dance music tonight. I need a little break. And I don't, you know, I've put out a lot of fucking content. But I will do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. You know, we're going to say goodbye to fucking this moon in Capricorn with Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto for the last time. This will be the last time the moon will be with those three. And that'll be the last time the moon will be with Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn for fucking decades. Long time. So we'll do it tomorrow for that. So don't worry, you're going to get spiritual dance music, but we're going to be celebrating the end of this eclipse and the end of this Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn, and with the moon that'll be in Capricorn, which it is right now. All right, Leo, what's going on? I feel like zombies for Leos. Why not? Right? 7 of Cups of Pride. Okay, well, there's a lot of prizes and there's a lot of dreams that you have for love in your life. It's a good card, but, you know, it's about focusing on what's the ultimate dream, you know? So it's about this week, there's lots of dreams that you have for love, lots of visions that you have for your love life. But, you know, with Jupiter, Saturn, and coming into Aquarius, your relationship life, yeah. You know, it's like about finding the connection and not, you know, getting lost into, okay, how do I put all these things together? Maybe you're confused. It's like you have so many wants and needs of a partnership, but you don't know how to bring it all together. You need to focus. What's the ultimate prize that you're looking for? Is it a relationship? Is it love? What is it in that love? And what's that place? You're going to have to get much more specific. That challenge is the moon card. So when the moon's upright, the challenge here is, you know, maybe you don't know how to emotionally present yourself. You know, it's not that you're afraid to bring out your emotions, but it's like, it's difficulty for you because it's like you have so many dreams and visions, and so this means that you have a lot of emotions, but you almost don't know how to express those emotions like out. You're just always like, maybe, you know, you're afraid to see what will happen. You know, you don't want to mess some sort of prize up, you know, but it's like, I think that you got to give things a chance. Like it's almost like there's a lot of different things that could happen. So, you know, see what happens. Don't hold your emotions back. You know, the overall card here is the 6 of Swords in reversed. So Leo, you know, it's like, don't be afraid to cross the bridge to a new energy in your life with relationships. I think that you feel like, you know, like maybe that's scary to emotionally go into a whole new position, especially that this is Jupiter and Saturn coming in your relationship house. It's like, whoa, this is a lot about relationships. And it's like, you know, for Leos, it's like the deep fear always is, you know, especially with all the Sag, is like, am I going to lose my own happiness or my own heart or my own way, or am I going to be understood? Right? Especially that 6 of Swords in reverse. Like, you know, it's like there's a better place to go. But, you know, with that reversal, it's almost like, oh no, am I okay the way everything is right now? It's like, maybe, but there is a bomb exploding and there is a better place to go. Like, there's a safer route to be. So I think that this is like a leap of faith emotionally, a big one to a better place, but there's a lot of fear around that. That moon card came with the Four of Pentacles. Definitely Four of Pentacles is like, you have a lot of emotions that you want to have. But I feel like there's a little bit of scatteredness about like how to deliver that message, or, you know, how to, because you almost don't want to overload anybody with emotion, right? That would be what I would say, like overloading emotion. Like, what's up with the Seven of Cups? Seven of Swords. Wow. Okay. There's a lot of emotions here, and it's like maybe you're afraid to reveal like parts of yourself and who you are, you know, because like Leos are pretty intense, right? So it's like, you know, that's the other thing too. There's so many different things with Seven of Cups, like the prize. It's almost like with that Seven of Swords, you don't know how to maybe present the case, or you don't want to, you know, you might also have to be dealing with like, there's just a lot of situations in life you've had to go through, and like, you don't want to come across as somebody who's shady by not revealing how you feel, right? Because people can sense, like, you don't want to be like, oh, I don't know, or, you know, you're going to have to bring all your emotions on the table of the ones that you want the most, and you can't hide that, or it'll be known. Or if you're not feeling it, you know, you can't lie and say you're feeling it and you're not feeling it, right? Like, and then that's another thing too. That's a weird one. Seven of Cups. We need to pull another card because that says Three of Wands. Yeah, you know what this is like, you need to know the journey you want to be on. And I think that you're in many ways like, I think that you have not presented exactly where that is. Like, I think that you just need to be fully real. I mean, and it might be crazy because Leos were lovers, right? So it's like, don't fucking hide the fact that it's like, if you want to fucking be with somebody, or you don't want to be with somebody, or you do, you just have to be, you have to be honest. You can't hide it anymore. You know the vision, you see it, you know the prize that you want. There's a lot of prizes, but you got to put it all on the table, and you can't hide it, or it's not going to do well, and you can't hide your emotions, and you know, it's like some very intense stuff that you want here. That Six of Swords is coming up reversed because of the Eight of Cups reversed. Oh, so it's like, that's really weird. Both of those cards are definitely moving on to new territory, but they're reversed. So it feels like, until I feel that you have presented all the emotions, you need to know all the emotions are understood before you're willing to jump and go into a whole new direction and drop a lot of things in your life and go to a new place. I feel like there's like this feeling like it's all or nothing, you know what I mean? Like, and that's very Leo energy. And that all or nothing is definitely playing out. Prosperity though, I mean, shit. It's either all. It's all. If you get it all, then you get it all, and it's prosperity. If you get nothing, you get nothing. I guess then you get the prosperity of whatever nothing is in your life. But I would say that, you know, in order to get prosperity, you're going to have to present everything on the table, everything emotionally that you want, everything that you want to go to, and be willing to not be afraid to, you know, move forward into that. But there's also another way to look at this with that reversal there, that Eight of Cups. It's like you feel like overall that card in itself is not done yet, right? It's like, I'm not done. I want to still see what this is. I still want to see what this is, you know? And then with that Six of Swords too, it's like, I don't want to move on. Like, so this might be somebody that you feel like you've wanted to move on, and then you're like, no, I don't. Or it's somebody that you really want, and you're like scared of taking that big leap of faith. And the lunar eclipse change. Wow, this is going to be massive change for Leos this week. Especially, it'll bring you prosperity, but you're going to have to be willing to make the change, I think, in your personal life with the moon and how you deal with the emotions that you want. It's going to change your personal life. It's going to change your life. So this is going to be intense. Be a lot on the fucking table here, and don't hide it. Just be it. Just be honest. And don't be afraid to go wherever it takes you. That's the change that you have to be willing to go through. Like, if it's going to take you on a wild ride of prosperity, fuck yeah. Don't be afraid. Oh. Uranus, Aquarius, first house. Wow, fucking crazy. You are fucking connecting to wild new relationships that's redefining your life. And that's what I think your fear is that a relationship's going to redefine your life. And I think that that is going to take you to better places than you thought. That I think that you're trying to hold on to a place that you think is better in yourself, when really there is a partnership, there is people out there that will take you to a better identity and make you better. And I think that you have to be willing to take that truth, you know, and not be afraid of going on that truth and going on that wild ride and going and connecting to people that will help redefine who you are. It's okay to be redefined, right? We can be redefined by other people in better ways. That's not always bad. Leo, you don't have to define yourself all the time. That relationships can define you better too. All right, last one, which if I recollect, is Cancer. It's Cancer. The sun and the moon were last. Man, Cancers have been through the biggest relationship transit of all of our lives, and that ends this week. They go in the 8th house, though, of trust, intimacy, sex, and desire, and edge, and passion. Woo. See if they are ready for that, or if they're going to still be in lame duck session. All right. Cancer, you pulled the 7 of Swords in reversed. Oof. Well, I think that card is, you might have all these things that you feel are dishonest and all that stuff, but it's reversed. So it's like, maybe you're freaking out about something not to freak out about. But I think that the one thing you have to look at, because it's a reversal, is inside of yourself. Where are you being dishonest to yourself about a love situation? Or where are you just not being honest about how you feel and what you want to be in? You pulled the 5 of Pentacles as your challenge. So you're questioning things about feeling victimized, or that you're going to get the short end of the stick. That's your challenge, though, is that you choose to victimize yourself. You choose to hold on to kind of like a sour situation in yourself, where it's like, I think your dishonesty is by holding on to the energy that makes you feel empty, that makes you feel like you're just getting like the crap in your life. And that could be just not having somebody and being empty and not allowing something in, and always like questioning it and always being like, I don't know. Or if you're in a relationship, it's like you're holding on to somebody that's just tattered and torn, and you've been in it for so long, and you keep trying to help them and you keep trying to do it. And it's like, why the fuck do I keep doing this? And you're being dishonest to yourself. It's like, why do I keep helping the loser? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? 4 of Cups is your overall. Wow. That's the card where it's like, I'm unsure. I don't know what I want. I don't know if I want this, right? I mean, look at there. That one's Dracula eating the arm of a girl, but she's like kind of accepting it, but kind of likes it, but kind of doesn't. I think that you're in a place where you don't really know what to fucking do, to be honest with you. You're very in a stagnant place because you're afraid of being in a bad position if you're going to enter something new, or in the position you're at, you're done holding on to the stupid situation. Or if you're just single, you just are done with that, and you're done with this whole like sitting on the fence, and you're afraid of dishonesty, or you're afraid, but the dishonesty is the fear of continuing to live the life you don't want to live with love, and to continue holding on to this kind of on the fence weird, I have it there, but I don't, it's like, I think that you have to take some sort of execution or passion or edge or intensity. What's up with that 5 of Coins? Why'd you get that? The 9 of Cups. Wow. Go live your happiest emotional life, and don't go fucking live this, poverty life. That's what it is. It's like being with somebody who's poverty-ish, right? Somebody who's like spiritually poverty. Like go live where you can get all the emotions. Somebody that wants to give you all the emotions. Allow the emotions in, right? That she's in a safe space. She's got her gun, and in the zombie apocalypse, she's on an island and she's safe and she feels good. But like, you're not going to feel good if you're continuing to kind of like either hold on to a partner that fucking is torn and tattered and in a bad place, even maybe poor or money issues or stressing or has victim energy, or you're doing this to yourself. You want all these emotions, but you're like victimizing yourself and you have a lot of worry and dishonesty, although it's reversed, it's in yourself. It's like, that's your scapegoat in a way. 9 of Wands. So you're defending. It's weird. It's like you're putting up a protection wall around trying to defend these weird situations. It's almost like you're like trying to, I don't know, it's dishonest trying to like defend somebody who's just like not worth it. And it's stupid to defend and betraying yourself to defend like why you shouldn't be emotionally getting what you want in your life. It's like you're blocking that out too. And why'd you get that 4 of Cups? Well, the Page of Swords. You need to move swiftly, and when things come at you, it's like you need to be clear. I think that you have to be clear on what you want. I think that when you act like you're in the space of you're unsure, is because you're not willing to look at the quick, fast truth of the Page of Swords of the truth. Like, this is exactly what I want. But it's like you almost kind of like play around with your unsureties because you're too afraid to just send the message, like, and tell people, this is what I want. This is how it's going to be. You know, it's like you're afraid to live your full embodiment here. You're in a restrictive space, but this middle card here, this 9 of Cups, is wanting it all. And it's like you're blocking it, and you're kind of like in the I don't know energy. How are we going to deal with this sustenance? I mean, if it's not a life where you're going to be in a place of sustenance, where you're going to have this amazing ability to have this beautiful life, it creates this energy where you have to have the sustenance to show up for it. But if you're not ready to show up, or you're going to keep showing up and it's not bringing you back sustenance, then you're going to have to face that deeply this week, 100%. You have to look at this Grand Cross Provoker. You're going to be provoked into understanding if you're really ready for sustenance in your life, or if your situations that you're in have sustenance that you've been holding on to. And because you're exiting the biggest relationship transit of all signs of all time, there's so many decks. I guess we're going to pull you an oracle. Affluence. That's what it is. I knew it with the fucking, it comes with the poverty card. You want something of sustenance that has affluence in your life and provokes you in a way to make you change your life. And you, when that shows up, you almost don't know what to do with it, but that's going to take you to everywhere you want to go, to your 9 of Cups. But I think that you stay defensive and you try and be with people who are not affluent. They're energetically poor. They're victims. They're fucking got problems. And you know, that provokes you, and they don't have sustenance, and then you're like, oh, I don't know what to do, and that's why. But the truth is when the real McCoy comes with affluence in your life, with sustenance, and it's going to take you to where you want to go, you're afraid, and you try and find things wrong with it, and it's provoking you to be better, and that's what this is all about in your life. You can have the ultimate affluent life of sustenance. Finally, that's what receiving is. Jupiter, Saturn in the 8th house. But it's going to take the wild card in your life, not the fucking safe route. Venus in Virgo in the 3rd. Yeah, you're picky. But you need a change of your environment and your reality. And you need somebody, and you need a partnership that's willing to change that reality and change things and change the environment and stimulate it. Because I think that you're in a place of complete stagnation because you're living in a reality and you're living in an environment that doesn't offer you what you really want because of your own environment and your own schedule that you set yourself up in. This was a solar eclipse in your 6th house. It's like playing like the world like you're just like doing the day-to-day grind. This is a North Node in your 12th. You need to be in that spiritual space. You need to go into the crazy, wild 12th house world of finding your spiritual message and your spiritual stimulation. And your love story is squared by Neptune, or Neptune is squared, and that's your 9th house. That's your love story. That's your whole story, like, that's squared by the magical journey. It can be magical, or if you're trying to make a magical journey out of a day-to-day grind that's not in divine energy and it's just basic world shit, like, you're never going to get it. It's just never going to get it. Psh, never going to get it. Because you're just playing that fucking lame old, boring fucking calendar, watch, sleep, eat, shit, pee, shower, wake up. That life is not affluent. Well, I had a great time on Deep Love Tarot with everybody tonight. I know it went quick. I know that we had a good time. I appreciate everybody for being here. I know this is a big week. Definitely be a part of High Vibe so you can watch the sun sign horoscopes that I did. I went very deep. I looked straight to camera and I give you all the truth about what this is. This is a big week, solar eclipse week. We got a lot going on. Venus and Sag. We got a lot of, this is opening up a lot of doors for us. We got to be willing to open up and look at things like we've never seen before, especially with Jupiter and Saturn coming in Aquarius this week. I think this could all be positive, but this is throwing all of our old stories in a loop, and we've got to break those cycles, and we have to have breakthroughs this week. And if you're not willing to have the breakthrough of your life this week, then you're going to get the ultimate breakdown. I love you all very much. Make sure that you get that awesome video, 2021 Shattered Reality. It is on the paid video section of highvibe.tv. It's 4 hours and 50 minutes. I cover all 2021. I cover all my predictions. I cover all this eclipse we just had, plus, of course, the grand conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn and Aquarius, and much, much more, and some of my secrets, and some of my biggest predictions. I love you all very much. We miss Craig, sending Craig the best, and we will see you all on the next Deep Love Tarot.